12 signs of ignorant people who think they're geniuses. Watch out for these behaviors. Intelligence is not just about knowledge. It's about the ability to learn, adapt, and understand different perspectives. The truly intelligent are often humble, open to learning, and willing to change their minds when presented with better evidence. However, there are many who believe they are far more knowledgeable than they actually are. These individuals exhibit traits that scream ignorance, yet they remain convinced they are the smartest person in the room. Have you ever encountered someone who refuses to accept they might be wrong, mocks those who disagree, and acts as if their opinions are superior to well-researched facts? If so, you've probably met one of these individuals. Here are 12 telltale signs of ignorant people who mistakenly believe they are geniuses. 1. They insult those who disagree. A hallmark of true intelligence is the ability to engage in meaningful discussions and debates without resorting to insults. Ignorant people, however, cannot handle opposing views. Instead of presenting logical arguments, they resort to name-calling and belittling others. If someone questions their beliefs, their immediate response is to label the other person as stupid, uninformed, or brainwashed. This defensive reaction is a clear indication that they lack the depth of knowledge to back up their claims. 2. They constantly brag about their intelligence. Have you ever met someone who can't go 5 minutes without reminding you how smart they are? People who are truly intelligent rarely feel the need to boast about it. They let their knowledge and insights speak for themselves. However, those who are ignorant but believe they are geniuses often feel the need to broadcast their intelligence to everyone around them. They might talk about their extensive reading, their superior understanding of politics, or their deep insights into complex issues. Yet when pressed for details, their knowledge is often superficial. 3. They repeat themselves instead of making a solid argument. One of the biggest signs of ignorance is the inability to construct a coherent argument. Instead of presenting facts, logical reasoning, or new insights, they will simply repeat the same statement over and over. This tactic is often used to deflect challenges because they don't actually have enough knowledge to explain their position. If someone keeps repeating the same phrase, question, or assertion without adding anything of substance, it's a sign they don't fully understand the topic themselves. 4. They reject facts that challenge their beliefs. A true genius is open to new information and willing to change their mind when confronted with solid evidence. However, those who only think they are geniuses refuse to accept facts that contradict their beliefs. Instead of adjusting their viewpoint, they double down, dismiss the evidence as biased, or accuse the other person of having an agenda. This refusal to accept reality is a classic trait of ignorance. 5. They dismiss other perspectives. Open-mindedness is a sign of intelligence, but ignorant people struggle with seeing the world from another person's point of view. They refuse to acknowledge different perspectives because doing so would require them to think critically and reconsider their own position. Instead, they reject alternative viewpoints outright, often claiming that anyone who disagrees is simply misinformed or incapable of understanding. 6. They misuse big words to sound smart. A strong vocabulary can indicate intelligence, but only if the words are used correctly. Ignorant people often try to sound intellectual by using complex words they don't fully understand. They might misuse technical jargon, throw in unnecessary big words in casual conversation, or construct sentences that sound impressive but don't actually make sense. This is done to create the illusion of intelligence rather than demonstrate real understanding. 7. They equate opinions with facts. One of the most frustrating traits of ignorant people is their belief that their personal opinions hold the same weight as well-researched facts. They argue that because they feel something is true, it must be valid. Science, data, and expert analysis are dismissed because they believe their own common sense is superior. This mindset is dangerous, especially when it influences decisions on important issues like health, education, and politics. 8. They devalue expertise and education. While intelligence isn't solely measured by formal education, ignoring expert knowledge is a sign of ignorance. People who believe they are geniuses often claim that education and credentials don't matter. Instead, they elevate their own personal experiences and intuition above years of study and research. They might say things like, "I don't need a degree to know this," or "common sense is more valuable than book knowledge." While lived experiences are important, dismissing expertise altogether is a sign of intellectual arrogance. 9. They frequently mispronounce or misspell words. Making occasional mistakes is normal, but persistently mispronouncing or misspelling words, while insisting they are correct, is a red flag. Many ignorant people refuse to acknowledge their errors, even when they are obvious. Instead of learning from their mistakes, they brush them off or claim that the correct pronunciation or spelling doesn't matter. This resistance to learning, even in small ways, reflects a deeper unwillingness to improve their understanding. 10. They incorrectly correct others. A particularly ironic trait of ignorant people is their tendency to correct others, despite being wrong themselves. They confidently correct grammar, definitions, or facts, only to end up making a mistake in the process. This need to assert intellectual dominance, even when they are uninformed, exposes their lack of true knowledge. Instead of accepting correction, they may argue their incorrect point further, doubling down on their mistake. 11. They refuse to learn more. A truly intelligent person knows that learning never stops. Ignorant people, however, believe they already know everything there is to know about a subject. They resist reading more, refuse to research further, and scoff at the idea that they might be missing information. This overconfidence prevents them from growing intellectually and keeps them stuck in their limited understanding. 12. They cherry-pick information to support their beliefs. Instead of examining all available data, ignorant people selectively choose only the information that aligns with their views. They ignore conflicting evidence, dismiss credible sources that challenge their stance, and seek out biased sources that reinforce their pre-existing beliefs. This type of selective learning creates an illusion of knowledge, when in reality, they are simply reinforcing their own ignorance. Final thoughts. True intelligence isn't about knowing everything. It's about the willingness to learn, the ability to question one's own beliefs, and the humility to admit when one is wrong. Ignorant people, on the other hand, are trapped in their own false sense of superiority. They dismiss experts, belittle others, and refuse to grow intellectually. If you recognize these behaviors in someone, it might be best to avoid engaging in debates with them. And if you see any of these tendencies in yourself, don't worry, it's never too late to start learning and improving. The key to real intelligence is an open mind, a thirst for knowledge, and the ability to recognize one's own limitations. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.